So looking at my Microsoft 365 Copilot environment, notice first that we're logged in as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and his boss, of course, is none other than Albert Einstein. And Arnold is using the M365 Copilot Premium license that gives him abilities to create these types of agents. Now on the left-hand side, there's a section called Agents. And what we're going to do is we're going to select New Agents. But if for some reason you don't see agents at all, it's probably because your IT team has turned this feature off, so maybe you want to talk to them. Now, when we select Agent, this is the ability for you to create a new agent using Agent Builder. And it first drops you off into this Describe or Configure section, and you're really in the Configure section, where you have to give information about the name of the agent, description, instructions, a little bit overwhelming. So instead, what I recommend is you select Describe. And I wrote a couple of sentences here about what I want Boss Brain to do. So let's look at this together. We're telling the agent, using various knowledge sources I give you that includes my boss, Albert Einstein, I'd like you to create an agent that understands what he cares about, what he doesn't care about. The idea is once we know more about his care-abouts, you can help me formulate deliverables that are more closely in line with these. When responding, make sure to provide a summary of Albert's personality traits and align each of your recommendations to the various traits. So I hit the blue arrow, and now Copilot starts interpreting what this request is and starts to build out the framework of the agent as a draft, and then we can fine tune it. So the agent name is the Einstein Alignment Advisor. We're going to change that. Here's the description of the agent, the instructions. All of this is being created and then populated on the right hand side. So what we're going to do next is we're going to select Configure, and in this Configure view, if you notice, this whole instruction section, which was blank, is now filled up with instructions of how this agent should behave. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this name section, and I'm going to call it Boss Brain. I'm also going to click this pencil icon and upload a file that I have that resembles a super cool boss. And if you know what this picture is from, then let me know, because it was a really good movie. I'll give you that hint that I saw with my kids a while back. So now we got the name Boss Brain, we got the image, it'll update on the right hand side as well. The description of the agent will leave as is, as the instructions too. There's a lot of information here. We'll just assume that it's correct. But I definitely recommend that you check it out because it's important. This is how the agent behaves based on these instructions. Now on the knowledge section, which we're going to look at meeting transcripts and emails and Teams messages, this is where the most important part resides. What I've done is, or what Arnold has done is, he created a SharePoint site because he's working on this project called the Flying Magic Carpet. And so the idea is that one day Einstein and himself are going to go on this magic carpet right around the world, and there's actually been some recent news where he's actually traveled all the way to Mars, so he's making really good progress. In this SharePoint site, he has this document repository called the Boss Files, and all his meeting transcripts, these Teams meeting transcripts from the different meetings are here. We're going to reference this document repository of the meeting transcripts, and as we open one up, you'll see that all the conversation between Albert and Arnold shows up here. The other source of information can be Arnold's calendar, because he has a lot of meetings with Albert, and if we go to his email, there's also email conversations that happen between Albert and Albert giving him information about what's important and what he should do with this document and his engineering plans for the Flying Magic Carpet. But also Teams messages. So we want the agent to be able to look at Teams messages between the two of them as well. And finally, this is kind of like the document that Arnold's been putting together in terms of how to create this magic carpet. We'll use this a little bit later on. So if we go back to the agent, what we're going to do is in this knowledge section, I'm going to select this area here, and I'm going to go to more, and I'm going to go to chats. And this here is the meeting chat that happened a couple of days ago. It was on the calendar actually. I'm going to add this as a knowledge source. And then when I add it, you'll see that it pops up over here. And you can also get rid of it if you wanted to in the future. The other thing I'm going to do is go to my SharePoint site and to those boss meeting transcripts. And I'm going to open that folder, and I'm just going to grab this entire URL, go back here and just paste it in and press enter. And what this does is it adds that entire SharePoint folder as a knowledge source, which is super important. And the other thing that I'll do is when I select this box again, I can have all my emails be a source as well. You can also do that to all your Teams and chat messages, or you can select individual ones or SharePoint sites. Now I'm going to add the emails. So now we have 3 different knowledge sources. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this area here that says only use specified knowledge sources, because now we can have the agent focus in on just those instead of using its own information from the large language model. So with the knowledge section selected just the way we want it, if I scroll down here, I'm going to give this agent capabilities to create documents, because I want to give it my Word document but have it recreated, and also create images if it makes sense. Now, another very important part of this agent is the suggested prompts. And all of these suggested prompts that it automate, I don't really like them, so I'm just going to delete them. And what I found is that the prompt that you type in here is almost as important, if not more important, than the instruction. And while we're on the topic of suggested prompts, somebody asked me recently, why even bother with Agent Builder when I can just type all this into a new chat into Copilot? That is a great question. There isn't anything really amazing that Agent Builder is doing that you can't get out of a new chat by attaching files and knowledge sources. But I think if you're doing something over and over again, then the fact that you have the instructions and the knowledge sources and the suggested prompts all in one place, it creates that automation, or a template at least, that you can just go to and get things done instead of having to do it all over again every single time in a new chat or bookmarking it. So I think there's just an automation process, but remember, we're going to take this in the future, and on the top right hand side, we're going to actually move it to Copilot Studio, and we're going to make it even more powerful. So consider this a starting point. Now that I deleted those suggested prompts, I'm going to go ahead and add a suggested prompt. I'm going to call it the Boss Pleaser. And here's the message. So the Boss Pleaser basically says, review the attached document and let me know how to change it so that my boss Albert is happy with the document. Make sure to review all the knowledge sources that contain info about what is or not important to Albert and be specific to his focus areas. Also recreate the full document as a new version and make it available. Include images where it makes sense. When I say recreate the document, it's because this agent has the ability to create documents, which is super cool. So with all of that set up in terms of the name and the picture and the description and the instructions we've left alone, but you should definitely take a look at those and the knowledge sources, then let's go ahead and on the top right hand side, we'll just select create. All right, so it looks like the agent was created, and we can just go ahead and select go to agent, and it takes us to the agent, which by the way, if you look on the left hand side now, it also shows up, and you can also pin it if you wanted to, so it just stays there. Now with Boss Brain, we only have this one prompt that we just put in, but we can also put in other prompts. And by the way, you can always select these 3 dots and click edit and go ahead and edit your agent and add additional prompts or change the instructions in the future. So that's something that you can always do. And then you select update. But let's just go with the agent the way we have it. So I'm going to select this one prompt that I have, and I'm going to click this plus icon and add my work content, which is basically this magic carpet design document. And I'm going to go ahead and execute this. So the idea is now this agent is going to look at all the knowledge sources I gave it, my meeting transcripts, my emails, my Teams chats, and it's going to look at what's important to Albert Einstein. It's going to look at this document that I'm sharing with it, which is basically this document. And then it's going to come back and let me know how I should change it and why I should change it. We'll check back in just a few minutes. So let's look at the output. It actually took quite a bit of time because it's a lot of work that it put in. First, you can see that there's actually a Python coding that it did to be able to create the document for us. So ton of work. And then in the response itself, first, let me explain what matters to Albert based on your meeting transcripts. And it used all these transcripts. And then it says, I'm going to give you a new and improved version of the document with diagrams. Then it goes in section number 1 and says, Albert consistently cares about from your meetings, physics and passive stability, redundancy margins, and it's referencing documents, these meeting transcripts, right? You can see there's different numbers here. And then after it tells us all the things that he cares about, it says your original magic carpet design already maps well, but the original text is less explicit than his feedback in these areas, and it highlights what these areas are. And then it says the new version addresses Albert's focus, and it created this new document. And it tells us how this new document aligns with what Albert's interests are, and it starts to create diagrams for us as well. So not only did it recreate the document, but it's telling us section by section why, referencing the transcripts of what Albert was asking compared to what we originally made. So you can see there's a ton of information in here. So I'm just going to keep scrolling down, and you can see all these diagrams that it created as well. And when I go to sources, it's showing all these different meeting sources that it used, as well as the initial document. If we scroll up a little bit, the document is right here. This is the revised report. And if I open that up, you'll see that it looks like this. It looks different than what I had. It has the executive summary. It also has these diagrams that it put into the document, and it revised it so that Albert likes it more. So that is a summary of this agent builder Boss Brain. But the question is, in future videos, if we select edit, what's going to happen when we move it into Copilot Studio by selecting these three dots and copying it to Studio and seeing what else is it that we can actually add to it in terms of autonomous and other actions so that it can automatically work. Stay tuned, and trust me, it's not over. From there, we're going to go into VS Code and Pro Code and GitHub Copilot and a ton more stuff. So I hope you found this valuable. And one last thing, I also am getting access to Copilot Cowork, which is built on Cloud Cowork. So there's a lot of cool automation that we can do with that coming soon after we're done with this series. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.